How far can we take Luton Town on Football Manager Season 5? We're in Europe. We got to Europa League last season. I didn't get loads of money, as you would expect, in terms of players going out, switch on a free. Obviously, he came in, he did his job here last season for what he needed to do. Doris Son went Saudi Arabia for 5 million. Adley for 26 million. Ben Miles went for 5, and he did really well last season. Donut player. Now, the big one, there's two big things here that's happened, which is why I've got all this money in the first place, is Jeremy Doku has left. I have to make my own money with all this. So I had this ridiculous offer, 65 rising to 88. I just could not reject it. Harwood Bellis got really annoyed about another centre-back, which I'll show you in a minute, coming in, and then decided to go to the Championship for 35 million. And I couldn't reject that offer. You know, he's a very good player, but I got him on a free, and Reece Williams went on loan. So I've made 125 million. Admittedly, Jeremy Doku one came at the end of the summer transfer window, so that's kind of changed things a lot. Now, with that money, this is what I brought in. My main big signing came in with this regen. We're just going to be signing regens now. There's a spoiler. I spent 43.5 million. I just want to get the odd really class player. He can play in the number 10. He can play on the wing a bit. He can play midfield, and just gives us that option. He's come from the Dutch league, and yeah, he is going to be a class player. We also brought in this regen. Again, another wonder kid. I'm just going on media descriptions. It's counting wonder kids. It's not overly strenuous, but a ball winning midfielder, really just strengthening. It cost me like 9 million as well. Come from Copenhagen. Second time I signed one. I then ran out of money and had to get a couple free transfers in just to sort of deal with a squad in Europe. It's going to be a tough season, so got him on a free. Could be an asset for a year or two. From Lyon, obviously ex-Southampton player. I've got Emerson in. He's been around. Second choice left back. Bit of experience. I don't usually go for old players. In fact, it's probably the last time I signed a player above 30 or anywhere near that. I also then signed a 30 million centre back from Espanyol, who also had the wonder kid tag, got good stats going forward. I got Harvey Elliott in on loan. I then got centre back because we just needed to improve that position desperately. Brazilian one in from Fluminense for 12.5 million to sort of just add to it. I got great talent on loan from Bayern Munich for the season. I had to go to loan quite a bit. And then I also got this guy in there. I got this lad in book for a bit of a hope that I've got a future fee. If I can get him playing, which I'm not too sure because he's my fifth choice centre back. He doesn't actually want to join me, then I could access that future fee at the end of the season. As you can see, I've got a positive net spend again, basically just about like 20, 30 million. However, it's going to be a tough season. We started with a defeat at Newcastle. It's probably one of Doku's last goals. We beat Southampton 4-0, then defeat at Stoke, really disappointing. But at least for my regens, got his goal. Tapritas got his goal. And then a 4-3 defeat at home to Man City. Nice for Lucas score a couple. And Manu number 10, but look at Haaland, 94th minute. Horrible, horrible bloke. Can't stand him on this. Win the League Cup, and then a very good win at Everton. And after 5 games, going into Europe for the first time, we were 12th place. And we'll see it's a new Europa League format. And if I'm honest, my aims this season is just mid-table and try and get as far in Europa League. I would love to get top 7, but I just don't really have the quality in depth because I have to keep sort of replacing players and all that. But this is a squad that would take me season as we're about to play our first Europa League game. It's a solid team. Not overly happy with the centre-back position. Mads Anderson will be playing. Adam Wharton still very solid. Got Hector Rodriguez, he's looking really good. That region signed 9 million from River Plate. A new number 10, just yeah, if I can start building players like he's having a wonderful start. But Bonassi still just not quite making it yet. Maybe that's on my tactics, I'm not too sure. You'll see as the save goes on, it isn't. Lorenzo Luca. Hopefully better than last year. He scored 21 goals in the season where he didn't do anything the first 10 last year. And the squad is getting there, but we've had to also get loan players in to kind of help with that. But we're getting there. That's how we do. Our season then kick-started. Our first game in Europe, we won 2-1 away before beating Fulham in the league. Battered the team 7-0. Don't ask me to pronounce it. I do apologise. Someone even picked me up for pronouncing Luton wrong the other day. So what hopes I have? Lost at Arsenal, which was frustrating. And then disappointed for him to Chelsea. We've still got to be realistic, though. Drew at Rangers and a fantastic win at Tottenham. The 2 regens there, 2 signings I got in the summer, really doing well. Bear in mind, Michael is a holding midfielder as well. Won in the League Cup, and then a ridiculous 5-4 game against Leicester. Look at they scored in the 97th minute to equalise, and we scored 95th. My striker Ramiro got 4 goals. That's put us up to 10th in the league, which bear in mind we're in Europe, I will take a top half finish. Also, I'd love to get back in Europe as time goes on, but also no, I've just got to make the most of Europe at this time. After that thriller, we held Atletico Madrid in Europa League. Really disappointing home defeat to Bournemouth, though. That's these frustrating results. It's a lot to ask for a squad to go midweek to sort of those games, but then a dramatic 3-2 win at Aston Villa. Bonate getting on score streak, Ramiro doing great. For very, very disappointed, absolute shocker in goal, which meant we were kind of if and but with going out of the Europa League group. Very much needed 2-1 win against Crystal Palace. Remember, Jed Spence scored an own goal. We had him on loan in the first season. But a disappointing defeat at Brighton. Great win against Brentford then. It's just very inconsistent. Runich got on the score sheet. Kovacs doing great. And then a 4-0 win at Derry in Europa League meant that we were well on the way to getting into this kind of playoff bit and hopefully we can get into the top 8. But if not, in terms of the league, 7th place. Just really inconsistent. Right? It's some really frustrating results. But I mean, if we get 7th, that's going to be a bit of a minor miracle with the squad we've got. Got quite a few little injuries here and there. But the players doing well. Rest is out of 4. Now we are getting a player in with a bit of that docu money I had left. Got a couple in actually. So we're getting Victor. I mean, it looks like it could be a really good talent. Doing it well up there. I'm just going to call him David. His release calls. I mean, look at that potential. You know he's going to the very top. 14.5 million. When you get that half star, he looks good, but he's one golden boy. So I'll bid for him. Left winger, 9 passing is a worry, but 19 agility. So he will be agile, but can't pass. But we work on that. He's only 19. So the DNA is there. We're starting to put, as I call the Brighton and the Brentford DNA is coming in. So it's all going well. But then we got Bassett at Forest. We beat them on penalties in the League Cup quarterfinals. We got to the League Cup semi-final, which is those we've got. We've got Bassett home to Man United. Frustrating 4-4 home to Everton. Look, we've thrown it away at the last minute. And then lost to Liverpool, nothing too wrong there. We did beat West Ham to end that kind of form, but meant we had dropped way down to 9th place. We are 8 points off Europe. So it all gone a little bit wrong, if I'm honest. But onwards and upwards, as they say. Our first season in Europa League, how far can we get as we try and get out of the group stages? And can we get our league form back? Another disappointing defeat at Southampton. Disappointing draw against West Brom. Beat Newcastle 4-1. This is why it's such a frustrating team. And the problem is when you've got a young team, it's going to go like that. And you've got to let it grow a couple of years. But when you're still trying to develop players and you've got to sell players to get more in, it's quite frustrating. Beat West Brom then 3-2. Those 2 West Brom games were in the F Cup third round, I might point out. Lost at Man City, 94th minute, just sums it all up. But then a 2-1 win in Europa League meant we qualified to the playoff rounds. Went out of the FA Cup at home to Sheffield United. I did do a few weekend teams. I was stupid. 97th minute again. And then a 3-0 defeat at Dortmund meant we were into the playoff round. We'd have to play Copenhagen, the team we signed 2 wonder kids from, to get to the next stage. Another late defeat at Fulham. This defeat against Arsenal. And then we play Copenhagen. This means we've slipped down to 11th. Europe's long gone. We've just got to be careful not to be dragged into relegation fight at this point. Got Chelsea in the semi-final of the League Cups coming up twice after I've got Copenhagen twice. So we really need to get through one of these cups as this season starts to look a bit poor. And the new signs are in, but everyone's just a bit injured, a bit out of form. I mean, this guy's just flopped, but you had to get him on a free because I ran out of money. So I know where to improve next. In terms of Europe, it was a success. A 4-2 win away and then a 2-0 win against Copenhagen meant we got to the knockout stages. However, the League Cup, predictably, disaster. Just the goals were conceded. Might have to tactically change it next year. I'm starting to realise that a little bit maybe. In the league, got battered at home to Tottenham, got battered at Leicester. But luckily, a crucial win against Stoke. Just as I started to think, we're going to be put into a relegation battle here. Just kept us away. Nice to have a clean sheet. We're right back doing well. A win's a win. A 1-1 draw at Bournemouth followed before we batter Sporting Lisbon 4-1. And then 3-1 away to get to the quarter-final of Europa League. So despite what's happening in the league, we're still having a great run in Europa League. And I play a lot of FM, so this sort of thing happens a lot. Then frustrating defeat home to Villa in the league. Lost at Chelsea. Won at Palace, which again increased that buffer to stop us getting dragged into this relegation battle. But then the quarter-final, a disappointing 2-0 defeat at Atlanta. We beat Brighton 4-1 in the league, which all but secured our safety. But then we could only beat them 1-0 at home, which meant we went out in the Europa League quarterfinal. So our first season in the Europa League, and we got to the quarterfinal. But moving forwards, battle at Brighton, beat Forest, battle at Man United, beat Liverpool. Again, nice to see my new gens scoring, not regens. The team's starting to come together a bit going into next year. I need to improve the centre back position. Great win, 2-0 at West Ham. Obviously, as soon as we're out of the Europa League, they're coping with the games better. And that will end the season 11th place. I wanted to get top half. I feel like we have underachieved in certain respects, but could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot worse. The squad is growing. Nice to see some high potential players coming in there. Might be moving a few on, especially in centre back position. That Dirk Van, whatever, he's flopped so far, but let's see how it goes. Obviously, I will miss the loanies. Two of my players have been really good on loan. Is that as far as we can take Luton? Europa League and then mid-table for life, because we don't get investment. But I've got a transfer budget that set me 3 million, and the club balance is 3, which is always a dangerous start. But there we go. Thanks for watching.